no, look at this. Is this going to be carnage for Sweet Crown 19, who might have just crashed out of... And yes, he has. He's crashed into the castle section, and there's Nathan DeViller sitting in front of Sweet Crown 19. He's crashed out of qualifying, and only a fastest. Sweet Crown 19 with another abysmal spot, and Seafreeze has a collision with You See Me Flying. Where's You See Me Flying right now? He must have had an incident with Seafreeze going into the castle section. I think they might have broke there, and Seafreeze has a penalty of 5 grid place penalty for Sector 3, and he's a second down on his lap time at the moment, which means he would be on pole position if he can keep it all together. Flip-flop Fish, though, is on pole position at the moment. He goes over Mitch 791, and he's into the 138s. Is that going to be faster than Seafreeze's time as he's going to come across the line, and somebody goes ahead of Seafreeze with blank 101, but that's going to be momentarily. Let's see how faster he'll go. And no, he'll just get second fastest, but Flip-flop Fish is on pole position again in WSR. And absolute mayhem in qualifying. Crashing galore. Now, somebody is going to be on... No, see, somebody's going to be... DePaster, I believe, is going to be on pole position here in the Renault. And the two McLarens will go 4th and 5th. Provisional pole was for Flip-flop, but it's going to be DePaster who gets pole position in this race. And I do believe it was You See Me Flying who had that 5 grid place penalty. Yes, it is. So is You See Me Flying. Albiku and You See Me Flying are both going to be dropping down. Sweet Crown team will be saved by this. Is he going to go into the top 10? Warming up his tires, making him sure he's all ready for the start of this race. DePaster must be very, very happy with what has been a crazy, crazy qualifying session. And here comes Formula Johnny lining up on his final grid spot. It's Azerbaijan, and we're ready to bring the action. And the lights go off, and DePaster looks to get a pretty good start, and it's actually Mitch who gets a terrible start off the line, and into turn 1, German is in second position, and all the cars staying relatively okay. Looks like there might have been front wing damage in the back of the grid, and it has been swerving all the way down. He's actually retired from the section. There's a crash already in sector 1, and then big crash in the back, and there's Formula Johnny who goes all the way down to the back of the grid to make the happen. Oh, that was almost a horrid collision for him. And oh no, and it is going to be a crash, and German crashing in the castle section. Now, is this going to bring out a safety car? You See Me Flying gets a terrible run out of there, and before the DRS straight even happens, I believe he'll get ahead of him. Yes, he will. There's a little bit of contact, but he did go side by side. Now, You See Me Flying should go into the pit lane. Is he going to slot? No, he's just going to slot behind him. High bomb anywhere? No, I think he'll keep it honest, keep it clean. Yes, he will. No, but then it's Blake who hits the wall, and he got pressured, and he hit the wall, and there goes Mitch in the 3rd position. Flip-flop Fish is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Sweet Crown 19 will come across to finish in 2nd position. Mitch 791 in a big pressure situation was able to gain 3rd position. A McLaren podium.
I just consider this one turn, but FIA have their ways, and then he will open up the DRS on this back straight across the line to set his lap time. Will he go quicker than Flip-flop? No, he won't. He will slot in behind. Flip-flop and Sweet Crown, bar any changes, will be in on the same row of the grid.
And Nathan DeVillers is coming around the final few turns at the moment. Jonathan Cox on provisional pole. Nathan DeVillers comes across the line, and what's that going to be? I didn't see. 5th position for Nathan DeVillers on the grid, into the top 5 with his McLaren. So on pole position is Jonathan Cox. and the 5 lights go off. Jonathan Cox gets a good start, but a little bit of wheel spin coming off of the line. I'm going to ride on board a flip-flop fish as he got a pretty decent start as well as a good start as Niklas. Going on the inside in the turn 1, and he gets the move done and dusted, and he gets in the first position, now challenging a Sweet Crown 19 around Jonathan Cox. As Jonathan Cox actually pushes off Sweet Crown 19 as he'll swap behind him in third position. Jumping him is jumping flip-flop fish. Also, Nathan DeVillers and Blank 101 are a little bit down the field as they go down a few places as well. Nathan DeVillers not having a great start in 6th position at the moment. Dempsey, not Damien. Dempsey will have a bit of an issue, and they're going to go side by side into this downhill kink, and let's see, almost contact between the two drivers as Dempsey defending well, but now again on the inside, Nathan DeVillers is ruthless on the grid right now, but then Blank 101 gets a good run out of there and takes over his teammate, and Blank has really just dumbed both of them, and now he gets into 5th position, goes too wide. So does Nathan DeVillers, though, goes too wide. DRS is activated, and a good run by Flip-Flop Fisher. Look at this big toe with the DRS, and let's see if he can get it, and on the inside of Sweet Crown 19. Sweet Crown 19 will hang it on the inside, and he will push off, and look at this. This is getting a little personal here. We saw what happened in Germany. It's a very close rival between the two drivers going side by side, and Sweet Crown 19 will try to go around the outside. On the inside is Flip-Flop Fish, and he gets ahead of Sweet Crown 19, giving him a little bit of room and then closing a door on him.
Blank. Into turn 9 and 10.
Oh, they're side by side. There is definite contact there. Yep, Blank with contact on Niklas, and Niklas does get ahead of him. There's a bit of push and shove.
Flip-Flop Fish wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Nathan DeVillers
another 3-second time penalty.
will finish 3rd unless something happens here. I believe DePastor won't be able to do it if the lap from Sweet Crown 19 once he can get it done. Coming up onto that chicane now, a little bit of a lock up into that chicane, but he keeps it okay. Now coming around the final turn, he's going to have DRS opening up. There's the DRS. Where's this time going to be? It's going to be fastest. It's a 118 flat, and Sweet Crown 19 is ahead of his rival in the championship, Flip-Flop Fish. And I don't think Flip-Flop's going to be setting another time. So at the moment, provisional pole for Sweet Crown 19. I'm going to ride on board of Jonathan Cox now as he is setting a lap as well in the Haas. Remember, he has been on pole position so far already in this season in Bahrain, as Niklas is 3rd fastest on track at the moment in the first sector. And the medium tire showing that's a spin by the Ferrari, and the Ferrari of Gurman.
You
see me flying goes third, but the Ferrari of Gurman has spun through the 3rd turn and has ruined his lap, and now he's 6th fastest as Cox has actually jumped him. 5 lights, and here we go in Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix. Sweet Crown 19 gets away well. Flip-Flop Fish lots in behind him as they go down in the turn 1, and there's a big crash at the start. Huge accident. The Haas, the Ferrari, the Mercedes used to be flying is out immediately. Now, look at that deck, almost lost it into that turn, and now Gurman is definitely making overtake on the racing point. Deck 91 struggling in the racing point, and here comes the Ferrari of Gurman going side by side of him, and he should make the move before turn 1. And yes, the move made by the Ferrari 101 now will be kind of deck 91. No. Flip-Flop Fish not get a good start. Safety car in, and here we go. Let's see what happens. Flip-Flop Fish is there's a slipstream with Sweet Crown 19. This is going to be big in the turn 1. Is there going to be a move made? No. You see close enough, and no. Now Nathan DeVillers. I think Nathan DeVillers moved a little bit in the braking zone there. That was a little bit of a double move. Jonathan Cox is side by side of Nathan DeVillers in the turn 1. So is the Renault and the Red Bull. They're still going side by side. Jonathan Cox and then McLaren. Now side by side through turn 3. Jonathan Cox is passed at the moment into the 3rd position in the Haas. There's a spin from the Renault, but he catches it. It's the passer, I believe, who caught it. Niklas gets ahead of the McLaren, still side by side of Jonathan Donovan Cox in third. He'll finish in third.
Nicholas fourth.
And Spiller's fifth.